of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Item 2 is the consent docket. Item A is approve the minutes of the regular city council meeting held February 22nd, 2022. Item B is receive the minutes of the special planning commission meeting held December 21st, 2021. Item C is approve a contract with the Association of Central Oklahoma Governments, ACOG, for the FY 2022 Unified Planning Work Program. Item D is approve a revision to the knowledge, skills, and abilities section of the job description for crime analyst in the police department with no change to the pay grade assignment. Item E is approve and ratify claims and expenditures for FY 2021-2022 in the amount of $4,428,998.41.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. It's a consent docket. Call for the vote, please.
Danielle McKenzie?
Yes.
Jason Blair?
Yes.
Melissa Hunt?
Yes.
Adam Webb?
Yes.
Mark Ham?
Yes.
Louis Williams?
Yes, item passes. Item 3 is consider rezoning application number RZ 1018, located in the northeast quarter of section 26, township 10 north, range 3 west, being south of Southwest 19th Street and west of South Broadway Avenue, 2101 South Broadway Avenue, from I-2 Medium Industrial District to I-1 Light Industrial District, and approve the ordinance number 3-22. Application by Flash Group Services. Planning Commission recommended approval 8-0, and we've been requested to table this item until March 21st.
Make a motion to table.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Would you call for the vote, please?
Jason Blair?
Yes.
Melissa Hunt?
Yes.
Adam Webb?
Yes.
Mark Ham?
Yes.
Danielle McKenzie?
Yes.
Louis Williams?
Yes, item is tabled. Item 4, consider approval of ordinance number 1000-22, amending Part 1, Chapter 3, Section 1-302 of the Moore Municipal Code by establishing new ward boundaries for the city's wards as required by the city charter.
Vice Mayor and Council, the proposed map was emailed to you several weeks ago, and as you recall at the last meeting, we had the initial item. My office hasn't received any public input or anything. Recommend approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Call for the vote, please.
Melissa Hunt?
Yes.
Adam Webb?
Yes.
Mark Ham?
Yes.
Danielle McKenzie?
Yes.
Jason Blair?
Yes.
Louis Williams?
Yes, item passes. Item 5, consider awarding a construction management at-risk contract for the new animal shelter facility to Crossland Construction Company, Inc., in the amount of 3.5% of the cost of the work currently estimated to be $7,950,000, plus a cost of $18,400 for the pre-construction phase.
Mayor and Council, if you recall, in November of this last year, the voters approved a GO bond funding approximately $8.21 million to construct a new animal welfare facility to be located at in the southeast corner of the intersection of of I-35 and Southwest 34th Street. After it had passed, we'd been working with the architect, and during discussions, we thought it would be probably one of the best ways to approach it would be to try go forward with a construction management at-risk process. Essentially, we're in agreement between the owner and the construction manager, who is actually the contractor, where the basis of payment is the cost of the work plus a fee with a guaranteed maximum price. It really breaks up into 2 phases: the pre-construction process prior to, obviously, where the architect and the construction manager or construction company work together. The construction management company will review the plans, will make recommendations to any long lead items that would cause a lengthy time to receive bids on those items, and as to the constructability of the plans. And so the architect benefits from the experience and knowledge of of the construction manager. And then the construction management, has had input in the process during the pre-construction, is very familiar and has a good idea of what should be constructed and what their maximum or guaranteed maximum, how they put together their guaranteed maximum price. Now, they would bring forward a guaranteed maximum price. The architect would review it and provide input. It would be provided to the owner, and the owner would agree with it or not agree with it, and more negotiations would go forward. We sent out requests for qualifications to 10 construction companies for this project, and that perform construction management. And we received 6 submittals, proposals. We shortlisted it to 4, interviewed 4 companies, and after going through the interview process and the proposals, staff is making a recommendation to award to the highest ranked firm in the process with the committee of Crossland Construction Company. Tonight, what we're committing to is a fee of 3.5% of whatever the cost of the work is, and that will be determined as we get to the point after the pre-construction. As I said, the construction contractor and the architect will go through it, and then we will have to approve it. Currently, it's estimated somewhere in the neighborhood of just under $8 million. Therefore, the architect or the construction management fee would be about $280,000 for the project. So with that, we would recommend awarding the construction management at risk contract to Crossland Construction Company for the animal welfare facility in the amount of 3.5% of the cost of work, plus the cost of $18,400 for the pre-construction phase.
And to be clear, that this process is, in my opinion, a better process because it brings the contractor into the process earlier.
Absolutely.
So you have the architect and the contractor working together, which is why
Absolutely.
this is a better process.
Yeah, that pre-construction phase, it should last somewhere about 2 to 3 months on this particular project. The architect has completed his schematic design, is just doing some design development, and has not even started the construction documents yet. So there'll be a lot of input on this particular project.
No, it's all right, so 3.5% of 7.9.
Yeah, so the total comes
we-
up
yeah.
just shy of 300 grand.
Right. Just their fee.
Assuming that
so-
the 7,950,
Right, so
Is what
when
we
you
can
say
bill
not
it
to
for.
exceed a maximum amount,
Okay.
it will exceed the 8.2 million of the bond issue if that's the case. The 3.5% plus the 7.9.
So we don't know until they get through the pre-construction phase. We just have a very, very preliminary estimate at this point that the architect has put together. And it's, as I said, it's just under $8 million. We anticipate that, and that's got a fair contingency. We anticipate that it'll be somewhere in that neighborhood, hopefully less. What we would anticipate is, let's as an example say it's $8 million. That would include the contingency for the project. Hopefully, we'll be looking at something around a 5% contingency. That would include.
Would that include the fee?
no.
No.
So
No.
then we're gonna exceed the 8.
If it is 8 million,
Is 8, we're
yeah.
gonna exceed.
Now,
So would the difference come from, would we come up with the difference from general fund, or how would that?
this is funded from the GO bond,
Right.
but we,
At
we would look at
8.2.
other alternatives to be able to possibly, if it becomes in greater than that. We know what our funding source is. As we go through the
No, and I'm
process,
great with it. I just wanna
as we go
understand-
through the process, if it's coming in more, we will be talking to the architect, talking to the construction manager. Hey, go back and look at other alternatives that you might come back, be able to come back with that might be more cost efficient without reducing the quality of the project.
Well, and I just want to make sure
Yeah.
that is the case, because
Yeah,
as it
as-
sits with this example, we have exceeded the bond. And so I just want to make sure that we
Yeah.
are,
Council, any excess money over the amount of the bond issue would come from the general fund.
perfect.
And why it's called at risk is really the risk is for the contractor, essentially, because if it comes in greater than what his guaranteed maximum bid is, and there's no change order, nothing's changed in the process, then he's responsible to pay that. If it comes in less, and we have, as an example, if there's say we had a $500,000 contingency, and we only used 200,000, that 300,000 allowance that's left over would come back to the city. So really the real risk here is on the contract.
And I'm, like I said, I'm great with it. I just want to know where the funds, because with the cost of materials and everything, the way that it is now, they could go up again. And if that's the case, I just wanted to know if we exceed the bond amount, where is the remaining money going to come from? So general fund,
And as,
answer the question.
And when this
Yeah.
budget was put together, we had a budget, we had everything set, and then when materials started increasing, we went back and looked at the budget. So yes, materials could go up again, but I think this is a very fair estimate
Well,
based on
and
material.
like I said,
based
I'm
on
great
where we're
with
at
it.
today.
Right, where we're at
Yeah,
today.
without
And I'm
construction
great with
plans.
it. I just wanted to know if it
Yes.
exceeds, where does it come from?
Well, and if we see that it's running long, then they can go back and re-look at everything to see if we can pull back. a
Yeah,
little
we could
bit on some
reduce
of
the scope of the project at that point.
If we exceed it, that was
Yeah.
all I
Yeah.
wanted to know. Where does that money come from? General fund.
Yep.
Yep.
Easy
I'll
answer.
make a motion to approve.
Second.
Okay, any other questions, any other discussion?
Good question.
Call for the vote, please.
Adam Webb,
Yes.
Mark Ham,
Yes.
Danielle McKenzie.
Yes.
Jason Blair.
Yes.
Melissa Hunt.
Yes.
Louis Williams.
Yes, item passes. Item 6, consider awarding a construction management at-risk contract for the Phase 1 expansion of the Moore Station to Nabholz Construction Corporation in the amount of 3.5% of the cost of work currently estimated to be $5 million and zero cost for the pre-construction phase.
Mayor and Council, if you recall, back in April of '21, the voters approved an extension of the quarter-cent sales tax. And it will extend through March 31 of 2025. It's estimated that the sales tax will create approximately $5.5 million for 50% of the total funds go to the Public Works facility and 50% go for parks improvement or the station improvement. And so we anticipate somewhere around 5, maybe a little more, over the 4-year time frame. Phase 1 of the station expansion is estimated now at approximately $5 million. Since we went through the process of RFPs and did an extensive interview process, proposals, we thought, well, let's just continue on with the process and take the next highest rated firm and use them for the station expansion. And the second-rated firm, and they were very competitive. Both firms were very highly rated by the committee. Would be awarding a contract to Nabholz Construction Corporation. Their percentage was also 3.5% of the construction fee, or the cost of the work. Their pre-construction fee was $0. They were very appreciative that they were awarded, or not, were recommended to do the project at the station. The pre-construction phase for this project will not be quite as extensive as the previous project we discussed, in that the construction plans for the station are already 90% complete. But they still will be very involved in reviewing the plans and looking at it from a constructability standpoint, looking for cost-efficient measures to come in at the most cost-effective project that we possibly can. With that, we would recommend that you award the construction management at-risk contract for Phase 1 of the expansion of the Moore Station to Nabholz Construction Corporation.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Okay, motion and a second, any discussion? Call for the vote, please.
Mark Ham,
Yes.
Danielle McKenzie.
Yes.
Jason Blair.
Yes.
Melissa Hunt,
Yes.
Adam Webb,
Yes.
Louis Williams.
Yes, item passes. Item 7, consider approval of a hazard mitigation assistance grant agreement with the State of Oklahoma Department of Emergency Management and Homeland Security.
Mayor and Council, in 2016, the master drainage plan identified several projects that were problematic from the standpoint that they had reported flooding conditions. One of those areas was Oak Ridge Addition, just north of Oak Ridge Elementary School along Oak Drive. There's several homes there that had reported flooding during a couple of storms. So what we did in December of 2020, we submitted for a grant, for a hazard mitigation assistance grant through the Building Resilient Infrastructure and Communities Program. We recently, a week ago or a couple weeks ago, learned that we had received the grant and were successful. The grant is in the amount of $112,500 for the Southmore High School detention pond and storm sewer project. The project consists of storm sewer assessment, benefit cost analysis has to be performed, and construction plans. The overall estimated cost of that work is $150,000. The grant does require a 25% match on the part of the city, which would be $37,500. And we would recommend that you approve the agreement with the State of Oklahoma Department of Emergency Management and Homeland Security.
Thanks for your work on this. I know a lot of people were hoping for that pond back there that were experiencing those issues. Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? Call for the vote, please.
Danielle McKenzie.
Yes.
Jason Blair,
Yes.
Melissa Hunt,
Yes.
Adam Webb,
Yes.
Mark Ham,
Yes.
Louis Williams.
Yes, item passes. Item 8, consider adoption of resolution number 16-22, establishing new rates for rental and use of City of Moore parks and recreation facilities.
Vice Mayor and Council, item 8 includes changes to the rates for rentals and the use of parks and recreation facilities. Many of these rates have not been adjusted since the station opened in 2016. Most of the entry rates for residents have not changed. The suggested changes are mainly those dealing with non-resident rates, and there's also an additional category listed for more public school residents. We felt that was a better thing to do, so.
Makes sense. Make a motion, we approve.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? Call for the vote, please.
Jason Blair,
Yes.
Melissa Hunt,
Yes.
Adam Webb,
Yes.
Mark Ham, Danielle McKenzie.
Yes.
Louis Williams.
Yes, item passes. Item 9, consider resolution number 17-22, adopting the schedule of fees and charges effective upon approval and remaining in effect until modified, amended, or repealed, and repealing prior inconsistent fees.
Vice Mayor and Council, this is simply adopting the new fees and schedule, the new fees and rates that was just approved with the Parks and Rec Director. This is going to be placed into our new fee schedule. We recommend approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Would you call for the vote, please?
Melissa Hunt,
Yes.
Adam Webb,
Yes.
Mark Ham,
Yes.
Danielle McKenzie.
Yes.
Jason Blair,
Yes.
Louis Williams.
Yes, item passes. At this time, we'll recess the city council meeting and convene the Moore Public Works Authority meeting. Item 10 is the consent docket. Item A, receive and approve the minutes of the regular Moore Public Works Authority meeting held February 22nd, 2022. Item B is approve and ratify claims and expenditures for FY 2021-2022 in the amount of $1,079,083.74.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Okay, motion and seconds, consent docket. Call for the vote, please.
Danielle McKenzie.
Yes.
Jason Blair,
Yes.
Melissa Hunt,
Yes.
Adam Webb,
Yes.
Mark Ham,
Yes.
Louis Williams.
Yes, item passes. This time, we'll recess the Moore Public Works Authority meeting and convene the Moore Risk Management meeting. Item 11 is a consent docket. Item A is accept the minutes of the regular More Risk Management meeting held February 22nd, 2022. Item B is approve and ratify claims and expenditures for FY 2021, 2022 in the amount of $557,999.16.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Okay, motion and a second. This is consent docket also. Please call for the vote.
Jason Blair.
Yes.
Melissa Hunt.
Yes.
Adam Webb.
Yes.
Mark Ham.
Yes.
Danielle McKenzie.
Yes.
Louis Williams.
Yes, item passes. At this time, we'll recess the More Risk Management meeting and reconvene the City Council meeting. Item 12 is new business. Item A is citizens forum for items not on the agenda. No one has signed up. Would anybody like to speak? Yep. Come to the podium, state your name and address for the record.
Thank you, council people, for serving for us. My name is Noel Byron Church. I live at 121 South Ramblin' Oaks Drive. I was having a few questions. The man in the back left corner, what was that y'all just passed and seconded? The risk management.
The rate changes
The
to
risk management is what I was wondering.
risk management?
Oh, that was just a consent doc.
Yeah, it was just a consent docket.
The
But the one, when he was up here, it was the fees, we changed some fees, for the station for, non-residents of Moore.
Okay.
That was what that's what he was up there for.
Okay. How long ago in our playgrounds did they take down the monkey bars? Anybody know?
I don't
Off the
have-
top of my head.
About 20, 15,
I don't have it.
15, 20 years ago, probably.
I don't know.
Been a long time. All right, I'm gonna tell you a little story that happened to me last year. A friend of mine told me we was out in the country and on my land. And a friend of mine, before I went to sleep, on the porch of our cabin, he said he was gonna go to his truck and get his stuff and everything. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to sleep. So I was falling asleep on the front porch in a chair, and I dozed off. And you know how you doze off and kind of raise your head up. And I looked over, and there's a drone staring right at me. And I put my hood over my head and zipped it up and went to sleep. Couldn't find Leo the next morning. I don't know what happened to him, but he was on OK Road and Highway 38 on the side of the road. Nobody knows what happened to him. Above our houses, you have these guards flying around. And I understand the security. What does the president say when the security of the American people? Is he talking about our success trust, or is he talking about freedom of fear? Or, I mean, what's he really saying? There's a lot of things. I got a couple dictionaries here, and in the front of this Webster New American Dictionary, it's pretty much what you get in every school. It says, completely new and up to date, planned and written by modern educators and lexicographers, especially to serve. Yeah, I come and tried to see you. Yeah. You said you weren't there.
I said I wasn't there.
I heard the lady at the thing. I have some pictures I was wanting to give you from when we were kids. I don't have them with me.
What are you doing over there?
I'm going over this dictionary and
The whole
just
dictionary?
no, just the little phrase in it. Are y'all about to try to pull me out of here?
Not at all.
Okay.
Is your mom still living over there by the high school?
Yeah, I see her all the time. I still live in the same neighborhood that me and you used to tear up some Tonka toys with. Yeah. All right. Okay, so the Webster New American Dictionary says completely new and up to date. This is a 1962 dictionary. It's pretty old. Up to date, planned, and written by modern educators and lexicographers, especially, let me get my glasses here, especially to serve the essential requirements of school, college, and self-education at home. I have another dictionary here. This is the Merriam-Webster Dictionary. I'd like to read the same beginning of this dictionary real fast for you. The name Webster alone is no guarantee of excellence. It is used by a number of publishers and may serve mainly to mislead an unwary buyer. Sounds like they're trying to sell something. Or are they? A Merriam-Webster is the registered trademark you should look for when you consider the purchase of a dictionary or other fine reference books. It carries the reputation of a company that has been publishing since 1831 and is your assurance of quality and authority. This is what we learn in our schools and public. This is in Congress. Speaking of security and what the president means by it,
Can I interrupt you just real quick, sir?
am I time up? Or?
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna ask our Vice Mayor. Have we started the time? Because you do just have a certain amount of time that you're allowed to address us.
Have I overdone my time, or does y'all want me to
minutes.
stop?
The 5 minutes is up, sir, and we do
I
have
should
5
stop?
minutes.
Okay. I'll be back next
Yes, sir.
2
Thank you
weeks.
for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Can I finish? Last final statement?
Yes.
These drones are over our houses. I don't think you guys know exactly what they're capable of. I'm being stalked. They're peeping Toms. Those are crimes. I do know how to handle it. And it's not a threat. I know how to handle you people. I know who I am. Okay?
To be clear,
So
the
there's
city
not going to be any more.
of Moore isn't using any
Please don't have
drones.
any more shenanigans. That's a please. Nicely. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Is there anyone else that would like to address this council? Okay, item B is items from the city council or trustees.
Nope,
I have
I don't
nothing.
have anything.
Nothing, cool. Item C, items from the city or trust manager.
Vice Mayor and Council, just like to congratulate Tony Mensa and the Streets Department again, and then Silver Star for all the great work they did during the last storm. I got numerous complaints, or not complaints, compliments.
I was gonna say, I didn't hear any complaints.
Little contradiction there. Numerous compliments from many people about the condition of our streets.
Yes.
Hey, I did, see y'all gave me too much time, but I saw the street sweeper out today and working, so that was great.
Yep.
And thank you to the Parks Department for always clearing a path at the park because I know that's tough too. And we like to go out there and walk the dogs even in the cold weather, so in the snow.
Okay, anyone else? Item 13 is adjournment.
Make
So
a
moved.
motion that we adjourn.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Call for the vote, please.
Danielle McKenzie?
Yes.
Jason Blair?
Yes.
Melissa Hunt?
Yes.
Adam Webb?
Yes.
Mark Ham?
Yes.
Louis Williams?
Yes. Item passes. We are adjourned.